video, and I'm playing the drums.
Mateo, which ones do you like more? Those or the ones behind you?
This one.
Why?
I just like it. I like all your drums.
All right, y'all. So, I know you all saw yesterday's tutorial and I'm playing these drums, but I had a couple of questions. My man Francis, who made these drums, y'all probably have a lot of questions, and I have a lot of questions. One, just, on the design, the skin choice, everything, man. These are beautiful looking drums. I know, they sounded amazing, which is, woo. So first, let's just talk about design. Because this is actually a 12.5 inch, 11 3/4, 11 3/4, right?
Yeah.
Why this model?
Well, first of all, Poncho wanted to get some ash drums at the beginning because he really loves the sound of ash. At some point, he asked me if there was another type of wood available that was a bit lighter than ash. So I said, well, mahogany can be lighter than ash. It really depends on the wood grain. Sometimes, because I have some pretty good inventory of Brazilian mahogany right now, and some pieces of wood are really dark and really heavy, and it can be even heavier than ash.
Oh wow.
But most of the mahogany is medium or very light, even lighter than these.
Oh wow. Yeah, because when I first picked them up in comparison to, I was like there's no way. Just they feel lighter, more, what's the word? Just freer to pick up. I don't know if it's because of how the weight's distributed on this type of wood versus that, but
yeah, Poncho told me, I'm getting a bit older. Don't get wrong, Poncho's not old yet.
Man, that boy can still crush all of y'all playing, man. What you talking about? Poncho's crazy, man. No, I'm not Poncho Sanchez. Best I'm in my mind. No, I'm not Poncho Sanchez.
But he said, if there's, something different I could try. And well, I said, and on the other hand, I mean, mahogany is like a premium wood, or
right. I mean, for a premium player,
harder to find, and has a totally different look. Very unique, when you look at the wood grain.
One thing, at least when I first saw them, if you could see this, the way it flares up, the way it looks, the way at one point it could be very orangey, very tan. The feel, the texture is so much different. I would say, is it softer? Is it a softer wood than?
Yeah, it's a bit softer than.
Okay.
But even if it's a lighter and softer wood, it's the cool thing is that it keeps a round and warm sound.
Yeah.
Still, it's not it's lighter and then it doesn't sound, as good as
an ash.
That's the cool thing about mahogany, that they got a good sound, and for sure they can be also darker and heavier, and with a still it's gonna be a little slightly different sound. So that's something people have to talk about maybe when they get a Moperc mahogany these days, to figure out if it's lighter or darker mahogany. But if they go now on the online store, there's a couple of sets available, and you can clearly see if what is what, and on the description to it also mentions if it's lighter, or this is a medium weight and looking mahogany.
So why did you choose 12.5, 11 3/4, 11 3/4?
Actually, that's what Poncho used. Before, he used to play with a conga and 2 tumbas.
Right, or tumba and a super tumba, I think.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
But when I made his first set, the blue set, that they were custom cubanos in ash,
right,
with 4 bands. So, and people used to think they
those are his models. That's his series. Yeah. But they were just blue custom cumbanos.
Yeah.
The unique thing that you did with that one was you already had the comfort curve option with the Remo skins.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is an option that you can choose.
That's an option that is available, but these drums basically come with the natural heads and the traditional rims.
And you chose cow for this one. Is there a reason?
I mean, we could put any type of skin that is good enough to put on the drum. I'll use them.
Okay.
But
So that wasn't intentional.
That's cow from Venezuela.
Okay.
So they have a slightly different texture than the Argentinian bull.
Okay.
But I keep using both, because I can't work with only one supplier.
Oh yeah. I mean that's another thing. But
and I mean if they're good, I buy them and I use them on our drums. If they're not good, I just don't buy anymore.
So and because we're not even going to the sound just yet, right? So I see this one's just one band, and of course the band at the bottom.
Yeah.
But
That's what Poncho wanted, because
okay.
he asked what would you like to get on your model, and he said, well, I just want that band on top, and then the cool thing is that it allows, it shows up all the wood
everything.
grain.
Yeah.
But still, it's not like the tropical series that has no band. So at least
you got one, right?
This particular look. And then, of course, you got a Poncho Sanchez signature in the front. And also, every drum has a custom plate on the back. And every drum is numbered.
Oh, wow.
So, right now, that's the very first batch. So, of course, Poncho got the first prototypes.
Yeah.
So, these are some of the
prototypes that
some other prototypes, and I kept a set for my studio.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
I mean,
why not?
I mean, you got to, right? But like, if somebody decides to order it, it won't say prototype. It would be the
Poncho Sanchez signature, and you'll see the numbers. So right now on the website, you can find. Probably still can find. I'm not sure if they're still there.
Still there?
Number 1, 2, 3, or sets like that. You gotta check on the online store to see what's available now. There's a couple of sets of Poncho Sanches series available now in different sizes.
And are they only going to be available in these two sizes? But let's say if I wanted a 13, or I could get a 13
from 9 to almost 14.
Wow. So
any size, I mean, even any custom size. Of course, we have our standards. If you want other sizes than that, you have to contact us and check with us. Other than that, I mean, go to the online store and pick what's available.
Okay, but of course, the reason why is because this is his setup. He normally plays with two congas and a tumba now, and but of course, if I wanted like a 9-inch, Requinto in the Poncho series.
Or let's say you bought that set today and then you say, I would like to add a 13 and a Quinto.
Right.
We'll figure out and make sure to do our best to match the wood grain too.
Right.
But it has to be like in the first... in the next upcoming months, because at some point if I run out of mahogany, maybe you won't be available to get any more, because mahogany is pretty hard to find these days.
And this name badge is just like, it's crazy, man. His signature with like the Moperc logo, limited edition.
I mean, they fit with Poncho because Poncho's a genuine conga player. He has some Grammys, and he's been doing it. He's about to release his 13th album in his career. So he's an accomplished guy who deserves like highest quality. Or they're all good quality, but mahogany has a little something else that
Look, and that's
mahogany is
something,
mahogany. It's
and that's something that so let's go to that sound, because that's something when I first opened the box, I was like, there's no way. And it was, I promise you, did not tune them, did not do anything to them, and they responded in a certain way that I'm like, this is not normal. And then it's just Like, I'm just saying, like, especially playing those, I'm like, this is so weird. Like, that's the only way I could describe it. Not the bad weird, but in a way, like, the different characteristics and response. I mean, I've played Mahogany. I forgot what I've played, but I've never played a Mahogany Conga before. So to play it and have that response, what is it that gives it that much of a difference? Like, because there is a difference. It's. I would say Ash is a good overall sounding drum. There's just, I don't know how to. Is there something unique when you. Like, in my opinion, I think it's like the drum is EQ'd. You don't need to do nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it's already EQ'd. It has the amount of reverb you need. It has all the everything. The limiter. It has all that. The compressor. I feel like it's an EQ drum.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, it's the wood itself. I mean, every type of wood is different. Mm-hmm. So we tend to think that denser wood would produce a better sound sometimes. Mm-hmm. But there's not only density, there's also I'm not sure if it's the right term in English, porosity, you know, the porous, you know, so they're very like almost invisible holes in the, you know, in the wood grain.
Yeah.
For example, a red oak has a wide open wood grain, but the wood is
very dense,
denser and harder than ash.
Right.
But it doesn't sound the same. It doesn't sound. It sounds more focused and either damp than ash. Ash is more is brighter.
Yeah.
And even if it's lighter than oak.
And like in another sense, like maple is heavier, right, than ash, right? Yeah. In a sense.
Maple is like even like the wood grain is close, is very dense,
and that's even more brighter than ash,
and
right?
it's like all over the place. It's
exactly.
Like it can ring more than ash,
right?
But even can get even maybe crisper slap, or you know.
Right, but in this sense, it's like I feel it's like the perfect balance between all these other woods and this kind of like you get brightness, you get warmth, you get projection, because like I always thought Mahogany wasn't like loud, but this is like it's
pretty
up
loud,
there, yeah, man.
Yeah, it's pretty loud, and yeah, I mean it looks like it's a wood that was made or that was created by nature to make
drums, right?
Mostly hand drums, you know?
Not just furniture, man.
Bit sad, you know, because you know I know they're cutting too many trees out there from, you know, the Amazon and Brazil and this and that. But I mean, in our case, we're not wasting the wood just to make like furnitures or whatever.
That's just gonna be seen there, or like a door or anything. We're making something that makes music, right, and gets people happy, and it's making me happy, man. Just as how like. I would say like when you're choosing the wood, right, and you're choosing this for Poncho.
Yeah.
Why didn't you go maybe to like, you know, a cherry or something like? I'm assuming with Mahogany, it has a specific sound, I think, that complements Poncho in a way where it's like right in between, and like it's right there. It's like for a superstar, a living legend, and I'm pretty sure that was kind of part of the reason why you went with Mahogany. But
exactly
what you know, and of course you've mentioned before, if your dream set was Mahogany, I'm pretty sure it's because the sound that it's gonna offer, like it's just, again, telling y'all, like we were playing this and then switching to this, it's just a whole, it's just different, man. I don't know what it is, man.
Well, the reason, you know, is some of the reasons are, you know, Poncho always used to say, "Oh, ash is the best. Ash is the best." But I say, "Well, have you tried mahogany Mopercs?" I mean, it's not better. It's different, but it has, you know, everything you need in a conga sound, and yeah, it's a little, yeah, maybe a little brighter. It's still warm, and I mean, I just felt my feelings and said,
this is the one we have to choose for him. Now, because people will know, right? So like, a lot of you guys are being aware of the good investment that you have to make with these drums. And I know some people are gonna say, well, man, they're Poncho, like, there's so much more than ash. Why is it like that big price difference between an ash drum versus a mahogany drum? I know you just said like how you're getting it, right? It's very limited. Yeah. We don't know if it's gonna be available. I know that's probably why, but why else? Like, what makes mahogany so special?
Well, yeah, for sure, it's the way we build the drums. We use, we don't use 1 inch thick boards. That's much easier to find. We use big slabs, right? 3 inch thick slabs of wood. So
and I'll link a video they did a while ago with how to make mahogany drums. You'll see like the big slab that he's talking about, because people think it's just like some little plywood like that, little small. Nah, man, it's humongous pieces, like blocks of wood, man, just to create this instrument right here. So that's one of the reasons, right? Like that's why it costs a little bit more. It's just how much wood you're using to create this drum.
Yeah, the reason is because the thicker the wood is, the more expensive it costs, for sure, and it's harder to find. I mean, 1 inch board you can buy here and there. It's easier to find. When you want to buy big slabs of wood that are thick like that, it's like you have to dig and search,
to find them. Wow.
So for sure, I mean, that's some of the most expensive type of wood I can use to make congas. So that makes the price. This and black walnut are currently the most expensive type of wood I can use to make the congas. To make bongos, I can use zebra wood or whatever, because it's easier to find on 1 inch boards. But to make congas, it's more complicated.
So, in a sense of how you have to source a drum, the size of it, and the type of wood, right?
Yeah.
So what makes mahogany wood so much more special than like an ash? What makes it, in a sense, what causes mahogany to be so sought after? What is it?
Well, in terms of hand drums, it's a type of wood that has been used for a long time by many makers. That's the type of wood we can find in Cuba. Right. Original mahogany from Cuba, Puerto Rico, places like that. They've been making drums for a long time. And
using mahogany, genuine mahogany.
Yeah, they've been using mahogany to make conga drums and bongos for a while. And then other makers like Junior has done, I think, pretty much only
mahogany
drums with mahogany. So that's a renowned type of wood for congas, and now you understand the reason.
Yeah, I mean, like,
it's not just for fun. I mean, it's not just because it's beautiful. It's because that's something special.
So anybody that wouldn't know, like, wow, the look is beautiful, right? But the sound, it's like, it reminds me of like just tradition, right? Like, back in the day, if you listen to old records, they didn't do much EQing, right, on percussion. It's not like today where like you can mess around with the sound. It's like what the drum sounded like, and here you go. Yeah. And this reminds me, like, again, like, it's EQ'd by itself. Nope, it has its own compression. It has its own everything. Its own exciter. Like, I mean, come on, man. That's
the type of wood I would, the same I would use for a rumba, or I would use to play some salsa too. I mean, there's no
like,
there's no limit, I think, for such type of wood, you know, and they're versatile for sure. And
I think like at least messing around with them for you know some time. I think I thought ash was very versatile, right? Like you could do it in everything, but you could put this in a lot of settings, like you know. Like, and this is just my personal preference. Like oak drums that are more dense, dry. Like I love those for rumba, right? Because it's like it just, yeah, it's right there. There's no sustain. It's just you get the sound. But like these drums, right? And I would compare both of them. Like you could really put them in any setting, and it's gonna stand out to what the genre is being required. You know, I'm one that plays a lot of different genres, so I could play one moment I could play some salsa, the next moment you'll hear me some pop rock contemporary music. So it's like it's one or the other, you know. So this is really exciting, man, to be playing these drums, man, and I thank you for designing it this way, choosing this type of wood. I know personally that Poncho likes these side plates, right?
You know, that was all under Poncho's approval. You know, he's got his set, and you know, he's got this is what he asked for, and you know, I think this signature is unique. And I mean, if we're someday we can't do it anymore in mahogany, we'll see what we do. For now, we have mahogany, and it's available, but I don't know for how long.
Yeah, wow. So you gotta get them while it's available, y'all.
Yeah, and you know, I never know. So mostly after pandemic, some things have become harder to get.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure I'm gonna buy some more mahogany in the future. Right now I got a good stock, but you know, it's not to make thousands of drums. Couple, you know, maybe less than 100 drum for sure.
Wow.
And I'm not only making Poncho's drum in mahogany, so you know the inventory is going down.
Right.
You know what it means. Click on it.
Yes. Okay, guys. So that means when it says limited edition, it's because it's like legit limited edition, man. But thank you, Francis, for explaining it to me, for answering any questions that I know a lot of you guys had. I didn't want to make a personal video like that to explain that. Rather, it come from the person that designed it along with Poncho's approval.
Yeah. And we remain available if people have questions. We can Zoom call or phone call, and you know, we respond to all the questions of people around the world. And
he also has a video with Poncho Sanchez as well, talking about playing them, and it's awesome. So please check it out. And he's playing his own set, he's seeing them and just enjoying them, so you can hear Poncho himself playing his series.
Yeah. So we have 2 channels to subscribe: Percussion Live and Moperc.
Please subscribe to their channel, man. They're doing great stuff over there, and I'm just so glad to be part of the team and to do my part and to play these beautiful drums and to share the love with the world, man. Because this is beautiful, man. Again, it opened my ears, my eyes to hear why people and why it makes sense to invest in this. You know, why it makes sense. So
it's all about Percussion Live, man. I mean, you know, we collaborate what you're looking for and what type of sound, and you know, we work on many details together, and we're like family. So
yeah, man, it's a family at Moperc, y'all.
Yeah.
So it's just awesome. I know that Poncho's gonna, you know, he's already. No, I'm talking about he's gonna like forget about the blue ones. That's what I was gonna say. He's gonna forget about playing the blue ones. He's like, what's these blue ones doing here? No. So I know this is a beautiful set, and it honors, you know, a living legend like Poncho Sanchez, a person that I emulate a lot in my playing, and again, he's the one that kind of opened my mind into conga playing, into the way you would solo and express yourself. I was a Giovanni head for a long time, and I said this in many of my videos, but Poncho was the one that really kind of changed my perspective in playing, and to play on this series, man, is an honor, it's a privilege, and it speaks to not just the greatness of these drums, but the greatness of the player himself. So thank you, Poncho, for allowing us to be a part of this, man, and it's part of your journey as well as a living legend and being part of the team at Moperc, man. So yeah, man. Thank you, Francis, for explaining this, man. This is awesome. This is awesome, man.
Thanks, man.
But you already know. So if you guys want to be interested in this, we'll put all the information down below. There should be some, hopefully some, in stock. If you want to get some, or if not, if you want to place your order on them. And again, these are very, very limited. So please be considerate and understand that it's up to what you can get and what you can get today. So, yeah. Get you some, y'all. Get you some.
Gotta love it.
All right, y'all.